The Ministry of Education in Program and Policy Memorandum 144, Bullying Prevention and Intervention, and Policy and Program Memorandum 145, Progressive, Discipline, and Promoting Positive Student Behavior, are aimed at ensuring that students in Ontario have the opportunity to attend school where there is a safe and positive school climate. Specifically, this legislation is aimed at providing school boards with direction on how to create and maintain safe school environments. The legislation clearly outlines that all board employees who work directly with students have a role in responding to any student behavior that is likely to have a negative impact on the school climate. When there is an incident that could lead to suspension or expulsion, board employees are obligated to report this information to an administrator. This training video will show you how to report incidents to your administrator using the new Bluewater District School Board Safe School Incident Report form. Please note that although it is essential that employees of the board complete this form if they become aware of situations that could lead to suspension or expulsion, it is morally imperative that administrators receive this information in a timely manner to address the situation in an appropriate way. The legislation is clear that the incident is to be reported to the administrator as soon as reasonably possible. To ensure that an administrator has information in a timely manner, you may have to talk to your administrator about the incident in addition to submitting the form. The report form is not meant to replace the conversations you would have with an administrator about a situation that would affect the positive school climate.
The electronic version of the Safe School Incident Reporting Form can be found using your Beam account. On my Beam desktop, I have an item called Teaching and Learning Hub. If I open up the Teaching and Learning Hub and scroll down to the bottom, you'll notice the Safe Schools icon. Previously, this is where you would have found the Word document that you would have filled in for the Safe Schools Incident Report. Going to open up the Safe Schools container, click on the Part 1 Safe School Incident Reporting Form. After the form loads, you need to complete it in its entirety before you can submit it. You'll notice the red stars; those denote that there are mandatory fields to be filled in. First thing I'm going to fill in is my school, and I'm going to use West Hill Secondary as my example school. And the incident that I'm reporting on today is 2 students who were found drinking alcohol in a classroom. So I'm going to fill in that report. The first student's name was John Smith. You notice as I fill in the fields, the red stars start disappearing. And the location was on school property, so I'm going to check there. And I need to specify where. In classroom. In section 3, I'm going to paste in the details of the incident. Student was caught with alcohol and intoxicated. The date of this event and time I also need to fill in, so say it was today. The time was 2 p.m. Maybe it was 2:30. And in section 4 I need to check off all that applies. So what as the type of incident. So going down the list, the second one is possesses alcohol or illegal drugs. Check. And the third one is being under the influence of alcohol. Check. Okay, now I scroll down to section 5, and here's where I would put in my school or work phone in case I need to be contacted regarding this incident. And the location that I can be reached. If it's the same as the reporting school above, I can check this box and it will copy the school name down from above to below, the date of the submission. Because there was more than one student, I'm going to use this button that says add another student, same incident. If there's only one student, I could press the green button and it would submit the report. So I'm going to click the button. By clicking yes, you'll be able to file a report for an additional student involved in this incident. By clicking no, this report will be filed for only the current student. So I'm going to click yes. An incident for the student has been submitted. You must now scroll to the top of this form and complete this form for another student. So scroll to the top. And we've left 99% of the details already filled in. You just need to change items that may have changed for the second student. For example, the name, Jane Johnson. is the name of the second student. The location is the same. The details are slightly different. Jane wasn't caught with alcohol, but just Jane was intoxicated. The date and time are the same. The type of incidents changed for the student. They didn't possess the alcohol, they were just under the influence. And scrolling down, the telephone and location and date don't change. At this point, I'm going to press submit and submit the incident in its entirety. Okay. Now it says here, click OK after you have read this entire message. Do not close the remaining incident window. Please wait for it to close automatically to ensure your report has been generated. Once I click OK, the incident report will be generated and the window will close on its own. During this process, after the window closes, you will receive an email with the details of your incident. So I'm just going to go to my mailbox, and here's my tracking incident that's been reported. And it says here, incident number 2028, there were 2 students submitted under this incident number. When the incident has been resolved, you will receive a second email letting you know that the incident has been resolved and if there was an action taken or not taken on the incident.